5 minutes. That was all it took for Ethan Carter to lose the future he had spent 19 years dreaming about. Or at least, that's what he believed. On a bitter winter morning, Ethan rushed through Brookside Station with a folder pressed tightly against his chest. Inside was the resume that could change his family's life forever. If he got the job, he could pay months of overdue rent, buy medicine for his widowed mother, and finally save enough money for his 12-year-old sister's heart surgery. He couldn't afford a single mistake. But fate had already placed one in his path. Just before reaching the station exit, Ethan suddenly stopped. An elderly man lay motionless on a wooden bench, struggling to breathe. Snow covered the man's thin coat while hundreds of commuters hurried past without slowing down. Some frowned. Some looked away. Most pretended not to see him. Ethan looked at his watch. If he stayed, his interview would be over. If he walked away, the old man might never stand again. For several painful seconds, he stood frozen between the future he desperately needed, and a stranger who might not survive another minute. Then he made his choice. Ethan called an ambulance. He wrapped the old man in his own coat and remained beside him until the paramedics arrived. Just before the ambulance doors closed, the old man reached out with trembling fingers. He held Ethan's hand. A faint smile appeared on his face. Then he whispered, "One day, your kindness will find its way back to you." Before Ethan could ask what he meant, the ambulance drove away. He never learned the man's name. He never saw him again. Or so he believed. By the time Ethan reached the interview, it was already over. Someone else had taken the job. That single decision changed everything. Years turned into decades. His mother died before he could give her the life she deserved. His sister survived her surgery, but the debt nearly destroyed them. Every time life became harder, Ethan remembered the old man's final words. Yet nothing ever happened. No miracle. No reward. Only sacrifice. Until one ordinary morning, everything changed. The bank had finally decided to seize Ethan's repair shop. Standing alone inside the empty building, he whispered, "Was kindness the biggest mistake of my life?" At that exact moment, 3 black luxury cars stopped outside. Several men in expensive suits stepped out. None of them looked like bankers. None of them looked familiar. The man leading them held a sealed envelope. Then he asked one question that made Ethan's blood run cold. "Are you Ethan Carter? The young man who helped an elderly stranger at Brookside Station exactly 20 years ago?" Ethan stared in silence. How could they possibly know that? He slowly nodded. Without another word, the attorney placed the envelope on the table. Its seal carried a name Ethan had never seen before. Inside was something that would completely rewrite the story of his life. The attorney unfolded an old photograph. Ethan's breathing slowed. The face in the picture looked strangely familiar. Then he remembered. The station. The snow. The ambulance. The old man. But that wasn't the shocking part. The attorney looked at Ethan and quietly said, "The man you saved was not who everyone believed he was." Only then did the attorney reveal the truth. The elderly stranger was Jonathan Hale, one of the country's wealthiest and most private billionaires. For years, he had secretly traveled without security, dressed like an ordinary man. He wanted to discover who would help someone who appeared to have absolutely nothing. Thousands walked past him. Some laughed. Some ignored him. Only Ethan stopped. And Jonathan never forgot. Before his death, Jonathan left one final instruction. "If life has not rewarded Ethan Carter, then everything I built belongs to him." Inside the envelope were documents transferring ownership of his charitable foundation, his companies, his fortune, and one handwritten letter. It contained only a few lines. "You never helped a billionaire. You helped a human being. Never lose the heart that stopped for a stranger." For 20 years, Ethan believed those 5 minutes had destroyed his future. He was wrong. Those 5 minutes had been planting a seed that needed 20 years to bloom. Some rewards arrive quickly. Others arrive when hope is almost gone. Because genuine kindness is never truly lost. It simply finds its way home when the time is right.